Breaking tonight, Canada is reshaping its trade battlefield with the United States. Prime Minister Mark Carney has just announced the elimination of most counter tariffs on U.S. goods, a move that could redefine the future of North American trade. But here's the catch, not everything is off the table. Auto, steel, and aluminum, three of Canada's most critical industries, remain under heavy tariffs. So what does this mean for Canadian families, for workers, and for our fragile political climate? Is this a win for diplomacy, or a risky gamble that could backfire? To understand the magnitude of this decision, we need to rewind the clock. For years, trade relations between Canada and the United States have been rocky, particularly after Washington imposed tariffs on Canadian steel and aluminum. Ottawa retaliated with its own counter-tariffs, targeting everything from American ketchup to household goods. For many Canadians, it wasn't just about economics. It was about national pride. But now, under the CUSMA trade agreement, the updated NAFTA, Carney's government has taken a dramatic step. As of September 1, nearly all retaliatory tariffs have been lifted, except in those core sectors. And the timing couldn't be more political. Here's what's changed. Retaliatory tariffs lifted, goods like U.S. household items, agricultural products, and consumer electronics are back on Canadian shelves without added duties. Industries still protected, steel, aluminum, and auto remain tariffed, three industries considered the backbone of Canada's working-class economy. The bigger strategy: Ottawa is sending a message, Canada is ready to cooperate, but not at the cost of its workers. The Conservative opposition is accusing Carney of bowing to American pressure, while leaving Canada's workers in limbo. They argue the U.S. will pocket the benefits, while Canadian industries are still on edge. Meanwhile, union leaders say they're cautiously optimistic. Some praise Carney for protecting steel and auto jobs, but others warn, lifting tariffs too soon could erode Canada's leverage in future trade disputes. And let's not forget the Canadian public. While shoppers may cheer lower prices at Costco or Canadian Tire, polls show deep mistrust toward American trade practices. Many Canadians believe the U.S. plays hardball, and Canada is too quick to forgive. But here's the deeper question: why now? Experts point to two reasons. First, Canada's economy is cooling, and cheaper imports could help fight inflation. For families struggling with the cost of living, this matters. Second, politically, Mark Carney may be positioning himself as a dealmaker ahead of the next federal election. By softening trade tensions, he looks like the leader who can balance diplomacy with economic pragmatism. But analysts warn, Carney is walking a tightrope. If American tariffs strike again, or if U.S. negotiators push harder, Canada may have already. Let's not underestimate one thing: the people's trust. Even though tariffs are being lifted, many Canadians are still boycotting U.S. products. The trust, once shaken, hasn't been rebuilt. And this reflects a bigger divide, not just economic, but emotional, between Canadians and Americans. At its core, this isn't just about goods crossing the border. It's about fairness, sovereignty, and whether Canadians feel respected by their closest ally. So, what's the verdict? On paper, this is a major step forward: Canada easing tariffs, opening trade, signaling cooperation. But beneath the surface, doubts remain. Can Ottawa truly protect Canadian workers while giving the U.S. a friendlier trade deal? Or will history repeat itself, with Canada paying the price for American hardball politics? As always, the truth will be decided not in the headlines, but in the paychecks of Canadian workers, and the trust of Canadian families. This is not just about tariffs. It's about the future of Canada's economic independence. Stay tuned. Because the next move? It's anyone's game. Canada Now Line News. Subscribe for more.